Hello, good morning. All right, so if everything works properly today, I'm gonna break up my um, playthrough streams I've been doing lately. If you haven't watched my videos or streams or uploads over the past week or so, I've been doing full playthroughs of both Klonoa Door to Phantomile, which we finished on stream. I mostly 100%ed it, and then Ape Escape as well, which I also 100%ed but didn't. Well, sorry, no, I didn't 100% this. I finished it and unlocked sort of the post game kind of content. But Ape Escape's a much beefier game, and I haven't really decided if I'm gonna stream like the road to 100% on this game. So we'll see. But I wanted to split it up because there's a lot of new games that have come out lately. Some games that have sort of um, flown under the radar, likely. One of which is a game, a 30 platformer called Hell Pie, which I have a decent amount of thoughts on. And then another game which I haven't tried yet, but I played the sort of original release on Xbox last year, I think it was. So I'll talk a little bit more about from what my understanding is of this release or this game. It's called Bright Memory Infinite. Um, we'll do that as the second part of the stream. I was originally going to do three games, but I'm not really feeling like streaming for probably 3 hours. So I was going to do Time on Frog Island as well, which I also downloaded and haven't played. So these two games I haven't tried. I bought them recently. They're 2022 releases, indie releases. This looks like a AAA, like modern game, but it's apparently like either a team of one or just like a very small team. But we're gonna start with this game called Hell Pie. So hopefully the stream is working correctly. Let me just check a few things. I've been having issues with my stream lately with this new capture device I bought, with my PC and some settings and all that. So the developers, what was that? Sluggerfly? I'm not familiar with. I don't know if this is the developer's first game or what the deal is with this, but Hell Pie was announced. I've known about it for maybe less than a year, not too long. Um, but it is a classic 3D platformer through and through. It's a sort of a collectathon. Um, my initial thoughts from the introduction, which I did not stream, so I've been playing this offline mostly, is that the way the game starts reminds me as if like if Doom Eternal was a 3D platformer, is like the vibe that I got. Um, but yeah, I'm not familiar with this developer. I honestly just bought it because I love 3D platformers. If you know my channel or me well enough, you'll know that I love 2D and 3D platformers especially. So I'm always interested in whether there's new indie releases from 3D platformer developers or from the big ones like Nintendo's obviously still making them, Kirby and Mario, which is a big obvious one. But I'm always happy to see indie developers not make 2D games, so that was another draw that I had to this. So it's cool to see um, more indie studios make 3D games, I guess you could say, because we don't get them like this, I would say, that often. I think the closest comparison Hellpie has to, um, in terms of how it feels and how it looks, at least like the flow of the game or the feel of the game, it's very like similar to A Hat in Time, in terms of like I wouldn't say the aesthetics, but just like the way it feels to control the game and kind of how the movement feels and the flow of the levels feels very ahead in time, but also like it is straight up like I tweeted this to the developers because they were kind of thanking everyone for picking it up and the reviews that it was getting on Steam, I think. But it reminds me of specifically of like PS2 era platformers, or PS2, GameCube, Xbox, and I tweeted and said, like, it reminds me of games like Vex, Voodoo Vince, iNinja a little bit, um, even Malice, which wasn't really that great on Xbox. Just like the weird era of mascot-driven platformers that weren't mainstream at all. Like, that's what this game reminds me of. Um, and the other thing about it is that it's sold as an obscene 3D platformer, so like it's kind of like borderline. It's gross. This game's really gross. I don't know how like I'm kind of worried that this game's a little offensive, but it seems to be tiptoeing on an edge. It hasn't crossed the line from what I've seen so far. But I'm hoping it doesn't cross that line, I guess you could say. I don't know yet, but it seems like it's not vulgar. It's just really, it's almost as if, like, think of like a kind of a shitty Adult Swim cartoon, like kind of made into a 3D platformer is what it reminds me of. The humor is like very like, I'll just say, if I go to the map, and this is the map screen, this one level I did, it was called The Sewers. It was literally, so it says home of the Munchers in the bottom right corner, and overrun by the Squishlings. And the Munchers are these like gross, like kind of giant pink elephant looking creatures, and they literally eat shit. And the Squishlings are like turds. They look like they're from South Park. Like they look like Mr. Hanky from South Park. But the dialogue's not like, I can't describe what the dialogue reminds me of in this game. But the whole game's like very like immature sort of, and just kind of gross. And I don't know what the developers are trying to say with it. But let's just, well, I'll just, since I didn't stream the initial parts of this game, I'll just say where I'm at in it. So the game, where's the world map? So you have a headquarters, which is in hell. So you're some like servant in hell, like a little kind of horned creature, and you're tasked to make this like dessert or food for Satan, I guess. So you have to go out into the world and collect ingredients to like make this pie. I guess that's why the game's called Hell Pie. Make this dessert for Satan for whatever reason, I don't remember. So I go up to the surface, and the game has like kind of small to large like hub worlds, and then there's individual levels within these hub worlds. So this is like the first hub area. It actually feels very similar to Hat in Time. Like if you've played a Hat in Time and you remember the first world from that game, it feels structured like that. But the difference is it's not like objective based platforming like Mario 64. It's more like Banjo-Kazooie or even Jak and Daxter, I guess you could say. But even furthermore, there are little, what they're called sub-levels scattered about like the kind of mini open world hub areas. And they're straight up like classic, like point A to point B stages with like platforming sequences and like little minor puzzles, like little combat sections, and straight up just platforming. So I did the first level, which was the sewers, which again is like where you're literally like, there's some battle between like sentient pieces of shit and like these weird elephant creatures that are eating them. So I don't know what they're trying to say with that. And now I'm in this whale level, which is like, it says a stranded whale now functions as a sushi bar, which seems kind of, I don't know what they're trying to say with this level, but I feel like this developer's trying to say something. I'm just not quite sure what it is yet. You got the sushi bar down here? These like squid creatures, I guess. So it's a pretty standard, like 3D platformer. Like it has a pretty nice visual style. Also, this seems to be kind of a note, but I feel like the music in the game is contextualized because there's can I go into first person somehow? There are little speakers with obviously music notes coming out, and like that's the music in the game, but it's being played through speakers, so they're kind of contextualizing the music that both the in-game characters are hearing and the player. So I always appreciate that. That was an idea I had for a while. Like when I was growing up, I used to try to come up with 3D platformer ideas and kind of make notes and draw maps and stuff. And I'm like, what if a game had speakers playing the music in the game that the player's hearing, but also the characters in the world are also, that's what they're hearing technically, because that's always a disconnect. Kind of like a suspension of disbelief sort of disconnect, you could say. This is so gross. Like these workers are like chopping up this whale from the inside to sell sushi, or I guess like the fish meat, the whale meat. So the main hook of this game is a grapple hook that you have. So you have this little like cherub angel chained to you, but he acts as a grapple hook. So, and it feels pretty good. It's like a swing. It's sort of like a custom swing you can use at any time that has like a recharge and a stamina meter of sorts. Gross. See, that's cool. The whale's getting like harpooned and it's becoming part of the stage. But yeah, it's like the game's just like really gross. Not sure how I feel about the soundtrack either. This level's pretty linear so far. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this music doesn't fit this area. Yeah, there's definitely some social commentary here. Yeah, character feels good to move. Pretty good 3D, standard 3D controls. You have a double jump out of the gate. You can do air dashes or dash on the ground. The combat's pretty, you know, nothing special, but it doesn't have to be. 3D platformers are never known for their combat. Um, Rarely are they. And then on top of that, you have skill tree, so you can upgrade just some general things for your character. A lot of which have to do with the swinging ability, so you can get like multiple swings, so you can access certain platforms easy. So there's like some character progression, but it's mostly like through and through a collectathon. You're just collecting a lot of stuff in this game. But it seems like most collectibles have a purpose, so whether it's like things you collect are upgrading your character or you trade them for other things within the world, it seems like there's purpose to most of the things that you collect. Ooh, how do you get that thing? Do I just jump to that? Cool. Yeah, this is just classic platforming. Games like this are really like kind of my kind of relaxing turn your brain off sort of types of games. They're just comfort food for me at this point. I really wonder if all the music's contextualized with those speakers. I'm gonna pay attention to every other area I go to, because they seem really Ooh, I'm at the heart of the whale. These lucky cat statues are so hard to find. The last level I did, the sewer level I was talking about kind of at the start of the stream, there were like quite a few of them to collect in that level. And I was just missing one, and I kept combing through the stage trying to find it. I could not locate it. It was driving me nuts. I'm like, I literally checked like every nook and cranny in this level, and it was hidden so well. I actually just looked at a guide because it was just frustrating me so much. And it was like, it's an optional collectible. I don't even know what you use them for yet. But some of the collectibles are like really, really well hidden. Can I get on top of the heart? Why do I feel like there'd be a collectible up there? Oop, yeah. Sometimes enemies are missing frames for whatever reason. I think they got it. I know they're working on patches and stuff, but there's some weird, I haven't really ran into glitches yet, but there's definitely some, like, work that needs to be done, I think, on the back end. I'd be really surprised if I'm missing stuff at the end of this level, because this is so linear compared to the last level, which I kind of appreciate. I was in the mood for, like, just running through a level and not having to come too far out of my way. How do I... Can I... No, I can't shoot backwards. Oh, secret down there. Cool. I gotta see what those do. I'm really curious. There's a shop or a door back in the hub world, or like the main headquarters in this game. You can trade those cat statues for something. I don't know what they do yet. I have a pet peeve with stage length, and these levels are just long enough. I think we're at the end of this level. Did I miss some? I definitely missed a cat statue again. So these are kind of like the main collectibles. You're collecting these really gross ingredients to make this food or this dessert for Satan. So you could argue these are like the power stars from Mario 64, or like the precursor orbs from Jak and Daxter. jiggies from Banjo, whatever. You get like a little kind of dance, and then this like Ren and Stimpy style artwork. Yeah, like look how gross this is. Pink powder, rotten tentacle, and a the tampon was so gross. So I'm like it's definitely offensive, and I'm waiting for it to kind of cross a line, and it maybe crossed like a line sometimes. Some fourth wall breaking humor, I guess. Yeah, this music's weird. I'm not feeling the soundtrack that much. Shit. The collectibles stay when you collect them, even if you die, don't hit a checkpoint. That's like a small detail. Okay. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, this is a carryable object. So, this is cool. They make you collect... There's some items you pick up, and it disables your swing. So you have to kind of, like, use your traditional platforming methods to, like, bring items back to certain spots. So that's a cool little mix-up. Oh, why did I just throw it like that? Oh, hold on. I wanted to do something else, because there's something else over here. Oh, this isn't turning all the way, so I can't even... Oh. Never mind. I was looking at that wrong. Wait, are you kidding me? I think this is bugged. I threw the Oh, weird. Oh no, that's not. Hold on. I tossed this by mistake. Oh man, this is glitched out. Let me try to... Unless it's back where it was, I don't know if I can grab that again. If maybe I quit out to the main menu and hit continue, that might fix it, but... No, it's not over here. You can see the... Oh no, okay. So they do have... Gotcha. What a weird choice, though. So you can go back... Maybe that was their way of kind of band-aid fixing. If you threw the key object in an unreachable place, you just go back to where you were supposed to get it. And you can kind of retrieve it that way. Gross. Look at disgusting. That was cool. Wow. What the fuck? Wait, can I go back there and explore though? Because I haven't collected everything. I would be really surprised if they permanently lock you out of this world because you blew it up. Oh, weird. So many weird, like, kind of, So narratively, they want to have, like, consequences to the levels you're playing, which is cool. Does this keep track? Okay, so you can replay it. But they know well enough, obviously, being a 3D platformer, if you lock the player out of a level that you couldn't replay, and the game autosaves too, that's like a get the fuck out of here. Like, I didn't collect everything yet. So they threw like an NPC outside of the level's location, and you just talk to them. And they do kind of like a jokey, you want to hear what happened so you can replay the level. So kind of like a flashback thing. So it's really, really interestingly how they approach that. I don't know if I want to replay this whole level and look for like a million things. So what am I missing? I'm missing one of everything. A cat statue, one of the unicorn horns. Oh, cat statue right here. That's all of that. But I'm missing two more things. Yeah, I thought I explored this level pretty thoroughly, so I have no idea where these things could be. Oh, there's one. Duh. How did I miss some of this? Alright, so now we're just missing... Oh my god. What's it called? One of the cans of whatever. They're I don't know what the fuck those things are. That looks like... No, I don't think that's something I'm missing. Oh, I see it. Never mind. I am missing that. Easy enough. Now, can I just save and quit? Hey, Quasi, how are you? Have you, yeah, have you heard of this game, Quasi? Alright, cool, so you can collect anything you're missing. And you can just exit out of the world as soon as you're done. Yeah, so it's kind of a gross game. Let me go back to like the starting areas. This is like a new 3D platformer that just came out. I was talking a little bit about it, setting it up at the beginning of the stream, but I started this offline a couple days ago, and I'm still in the first world, but it feels and controls or kind of reminds me of, if we're talking like more modern platformers, like a Hat in Time. Just the structure of it somewhat, but it's like straight up a collectathon. Um, where you're exploring, pretty open environments, and just collecting a bunch of shit for whatever reason. But yeah, like this world is like pretty expansive for what it is, but it's also very gross and kind of immature. And I was kind of saying this at the beginning of the stream. I'm kind of waiting to see if the game gets like crosses the line or gets offensive. So far it's like just very like kind of Adult Swim. It reminds me of like the later Ren and Stimpy sort of reboot series that got really gross and mature. I think I'm liking it. So you probably know me well enough by now, but I love 3D platformers, so it scratches that itch in terms of like there's a bunch of shit to collect and the movement feels good. So the main pull of the game mechanically is you have this little cherub that's attached to a chain, and you can like swing around the environment, and it has like a cooldown, and you can upgrade it. So like it feels good to play and run around, and a lot of the environment's interactable too. So like I could smack these like little flowers. They're like puffing out purple smoke and stuff, and there's some cool there's a lot of detail or attention to detail like in the environment and how things react to the player. So I like it because of that so far. I'm not feeling the kind of yeah. If you saw some of the cutscenes or some of the dialogue, I'm not really feeling that too much. It's very like it's not vulgar, but it feels like an Adult Swim show that was turned into a 3D platformer. So the humor's not really my sense of style or my sense of humor, like whatsoever. But the game feels good to play. It's very well designed. Like it looks nice. Has like a pretty nice art style. This is like an indie studio, so this is like a pretty impressive 3D platformer for a studio I'm not even like really aware about. I bought this. Yeah, so I'm playing the PS5 version. I don't think it's on Game Pass yet. I know it's probably Steam and PS5 at least. I don't know if it's on Xbox. I think it is. But I don't think it's on Game Pass. But yeah, the structure of the game, I'll just go to the world map again. So you're this little devil horned creature, and you're from hell, and you're tasked to make this dessert or this like food for, I guess, Satan. So you're collecting all these ingredients in the world, like above, like on the surface, I guess, like the real world. And I guess it looks like there's going to be 4 worlds, to be honest. So this is a second, probably a third world where this rainbow is, and then whatever this sky area, that looks like a 4th world. But each world has like a ton to collect. So you can already see, like, if I hover over this Sashimi Bay, there's like, almost altogether like 100 things to collect. So the main collectible are these ingredients. So they're like the power stars or like the jigsaw pieces from Mario 64 or like Banjo-Kazooie. But there's all these other extra collectibles that are used to like upgrade your character, and you can trade them for other things. And each world is like kind of like a pretty large, like big hub world. And then you have what are called sub-levels, which are like traditional stages. So, and they're kind of scattered like for you to discover in the hub world. And they're kind of like separated full-length stages, like traditional platformer stages, and at the end of them is usually where the ingredients are that you need to collect. So like the main collectibles are located in these like regular stages, like within each hub world. So yeah, I think I like it. I just the only thing I'm not vibing with is like the kind of writing style and the humor. Yeah, oh, this is like I love any game that keeps track of like collectibles with fractions. I'm gonna have to 100% it. I can't not 100% a platformer usually, so this game does have a lot to do. It seems like. Weird. Yeah, I did actually. I love Psychonauts too. Yeah, I think other people. I did see people kind of compare this game to Psychonauts. And the similarities are definitely there for sure. What was even in? Oh wow, look at that secret up there. How do I even get up there? Oh, I think I know how to get this. Maybe I could have gotten that from above as well, but... I haven't played Blue Fire yet, but I really want to. That came out what, like a year or two ago, I think. Maybe it was last year. I don't remember. Um, I still prefer to buy things physically if I can. So I was waiting for. Ooh, what's this? Ew, it's so gross. What even was that? A fresh egg. I think when Blue Fire came out, it was digital only for a little bit. And I was waiting for a physical release, and I know it finally got one, so I just haven't picked it up yet. But I do, that's totally like, I know I would like it. I know enough about it, and I've seen some other people play it and stream it, and I'm like, I'll make time for that at some point, maybe, down the road. I think it was getting updates too, or they were planning to do updates or patches, so I was just kind of like waiting for it to get like fully finished. But I think they're at that point maybe now. I just haven't I haven't really re-looked into it, or I haven't even bought the physical copy yet, so I guess in due time, like everything else. Like, this is just classic platforming, and I love it. It's just comfort food for me. Alright, where on this map haven't I explored? So I haven't unlocked... There's a teleporter over there. And then there's that whole section, which is over here. I haven't been over here yet. But there's another teleporter I'm missing. Somewhere. Where's that? Over there. Yeah. Comfort, help. It's such a weird name for a game. Hell pie. It's so not like, it's not pleasing to the ear to say hell pie. I don't even like saying it. It just sounds gross and just like, not like a comforting name, I don't think. And the game's kind of uncomfortable anyway, so I don't know what to think of it. I like how the binoculars, or this little telescope thingy, has like crud all over the lens. It's a cool little detail. Oh, what's happening? Then you've got these like weird hippie people on this island. I don't know what to make of that either. is this other checkpoint over? Has to be up there some. Not. I like how he climbs the trees. Ooh, there's a lucky cat statue. That was pretty rare to find. There's definitely like a teleporter over here I have not gotten. Oh, what's this? The classic platforming. I haven't figured out what these things are yet either. Missing something here. No, then this teleporter's up. Well, it seems close to that. Oh well, let me go to the other side of the island. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, what is this? Light gate? I don't even know. Well, that's a secret. I don't really know what's going on there. Oh, maybe I have to throw a bomb at it? No. Hmm. Game just does feel good control. That's the most important part, to be honest. So I'm still like in the first world. Yeah, so I actually haven't shown this really yet on stream, but there's some of the things that you collect, there's a skill tree. So it's mainly upgrading things that have to do with your hook shot, your little chain that you have. So like I've gotten like an additional swing, so I can swing 2 times, and it looks like a pretty small. I don't know how long the game is, but it looks like there's 4 worlds. But the worlds are pretty big, I think. But it looks like you get like this is a classic. I mean, even Psychonauts I think has something like this. Like advanced collecting, you were very attractive. Collectible pickup range is a greatly increased. So there's a lot of like passive sort of upgrades, and then most of the upgrades are tied to the swing ability that you have, which you kind of get right at the start of the game. And then furthermore, there are these horns. So your swing is your thing, but you have these horns that are on your character's head. Oop. So it looks like there's a bunch I haven't unlocked yet, but these horns just give you like oh, I forgot I had this. This kind of shows you where like your objectives are. Cool. But these horns have different abilities. Like this one lets you break through certain walls. It's kind of like a charged slam. And then this one is kind of like a jet. Makes you run really fast. Like I think this charge one works on like shelled enemies too. Yeah, so there's like a decent amount here for a platformer, like collectathon. There's like some cool stuff in here. Another costume. The angel's name is Nugget, by the way. Classic. So you got fast travel points. Again, this hub world's pretty large. There's 4 of these. Like I'm surprised by like the size of this game, I guess you could say. Oh, those are like weird. Um, Psychedelics or something I'm hitting, of course. So what, are they making drugs here? This is so confusing. Weird. Some like side level? Oh. Oh, this is the full level. Wow, what a cool looking stage. Like, look at this. Oh, I just fucked it all up. So this is one of the main levels. Can I go into first person again? There we go. Yeah, it looks cool. Hold on, but I'm not gonna do this level on this stream because I want to switch to my next game soon. But let me go back to the hub world because there's things I wanted to check out still there. So yeah, that was like the entrance to one of like the sub levels, which are like the main levels. But there's this whole area over here. Little secret island. Oh. This is probably where one of the eggs that I'm missing is located. I'm seeing all these, like, bird nests around here. Oh, I see it. Ew! Yeah, this game's so fun. It's just fun to run around and collect things, and it feels good to play. And it's just, it's such a classic platformer. Like, I can't even... I was saying this also at the beginning of the stream as well, that, like, it's very much like a PS2, GameCube, Xbox era. So if you're familiar with, like... I tweeted this at the developers, too. I said, like, this game reminds me of just things like Vex and Voodoo Vince, a little bit of iNinja, Malice on Xbox, like the kind of like oddball, weird, like third party. Oh, Dr. Muto a little bit, back on PS2. Like, it reminds me of those types of platformers, which I loved back in the day. So, like, I'm glad that someone is still making games like this. And again, I like to stress the fact that so many indie studios do 2D, like, ad nauseum. So, like, to get a 3D game that feels this kind of, like, polished and well-designed and in the scope of it, I think is, like, really commendable. Alright, let's put these horns back on. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't get me wrong, I love pixel art and sprite work, like good sprite work and background, parallax scrolling and all that good shit. And I love Metroid games and Metroidvanias or whatever, but there's so fucking many of them that, like, I'm so burned out, and I'd still like to check out and play most of them, but after a certain point, I'm just like, I need something a little more fresh, like a little different. So I want to see more games that, well, here's what I'll say. I want to see indie developers make games that are more like nostalgic from the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox era. And that's what this is. So that's why I really like it. So, like, give me more. I'll even take, like, games that look like PS1 games. And I know there's some indie developers are making games that specifically look like kind of that PS1 pre-rendered background, like few polygons, like low polygon kind of art styles. And that's cool too, but, like, this is straight up like something you would have bought on GameCube or PS2. But still feels a little modern and, like, a little bigger in scope. Because it has like a nice, the graphics are pretty nice in this game. There's very little pop-in or draw distance. The draw distance is good. But and I get it, like, not everyone can make a 3D game. So sprite-based games or 2D games, 2D Metroidvania is like, and again, I'm just talking out of my ass. Like, I don't really know how hard it is. I don't know what it's like to make a game. But I know probably a 2D game is a little easier to make, I would imagine, than something like this that's, like, fully 3D with, like, physics and all this environment interactivity, like. What am I missing? There's something in this world. It's up there. So let's use. I just want to unlock all the teleporters really badly. Let's go here. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious. It would have to be. Where is this? Oh, wait, what's down here? There's all these, like, secret doors. I don't know what this is. But there's a checkpoint behind it, I think. Oh, I see it. Yeah, there's these gates. I don't know what these are yet. Light gates? I don't think I can do anything with them yet. Alright, so we have every level accessed. I've 100%ed the first 2 sublevels. And I have to do this third one. So that's like the next real level, real stage. But I'm gonna go back to the hub world really quick. Can I fast travel to this? Wait, hold on. Oh, it looks like I have to manually warp back there. That's weird. So we're going back to hell. Unlock the second world. A dreadful restaurant in the mountains? Ah. Cool. Yeah, it's very weird. Flavor Peak. So all of the ingredients you collect go to this cool little room and they get displayed in here. You can kind of look at them, which is awesome. It's disgusting, though. It's very Ren and Stimpy, I think. Like the gross, newer Ren and Stimpy. I wanted to... Yeah, this is where I wanted to go. So there's... Oh, I never even noticed that. Look how cool that is. There's like tickers for like how many souls there are for lust, pride, envy, sloth, greed. It's constantly kind of increasing. This is where I wanted to go. There's this greed area where you can exchange these lucky cat statues. I don't know what they do yet. Oh, I love this. Do you just keep unlocking doors? Whoa. I don't trust this. This is a trap. Ooh, what's this? Oh. Yeah, so there's like slot machines. You can gamble some of your currency away. What? This is getting pretty gnarly. Alright, I do not have what I need for this. Whoa, I have lived a life... Wait. What did this thing just say? I've lived a life strictly... Oh, you can hit... There's bongs down here, too. But you can... I've lived a life strictly according to the Bible. Yet Peter sent me down here? I can't get a read on these developers at all. And one of the things I actually really like about this game is everything like reacts to your character. So like I hit this little like demon creature and he kind of like, you know, reacts and jiggles, and he's farting as well, which is really gross, but cool. New Nate outfit. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like shit humor. It's like less, it's worse than like South Park humor. A BDSM costume. Miss Nate. I'll buy the BDSM pair. Yeah, I don't know. So now both me and my cherub angel have like leather harnesses on. I'm gonna upgrade my character too because I have enough. I have 19 cans. So higher wall climb. I kind of like that. Vertical nugget throw. While standing on solid ground, hold L2 to spin nugget around. While doing this, press R2 to throw him upwards. I mean... yeah, let's get the additional swing before anything. I think I'll save the rest of my upgrades. So I just want to enter this next world, and I'm going to switch to my second game for the rest of the stream. So flavor peaks. I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know, Quasi. This game seems like right on the cusp of being like a little, maybe a little offensive. I'm not sure. I can't get a read on like what they're trying to say though, or like where they kind of stand like with certain things. Oh wow, look at this. Dude, they are some good ass lighting. Hold on. This is some good ass art direction. Holy shit. You've got this moon over here with like this face on it. This GBA style game, PC only, that was 10 out of 10 until a section with jiggly boob girls. Ugh. What was the game called? I'm just curious. But yeah, that's what I'm fearing about this game. Like, they're right on the cusp of like being offensive, but they haven't, from what I've seen, they haven't really crossed the line. There's definitely like a message here, or there's some social commentary in general, but I haven't seen anything like written that was sort of like gross or offensive. Ugly Mumba 3? Yeah, I've never heard of that. This just looks awesome. Alright, I'm gonna save and quit. And we're gonna do Bright Memory next for a little bit. Maybe just a level or two. I heard that game's really short as well. But yeah, that's Hell Pie. New 3D platformer. It's on Steam, PlayStation platforms. It might be on Xbox, I'm not too sure. It's 30 bucks? Somewhere between 20 and 30, so it's pretty premium, but I think it's extremely well made. It's just very gross and kind of like Adult Swim humor-esque, which isn't my thing at all, but I love 3D platformers and running around and collecting things, and this game does all of that really well. So that's where I'm at with this right now. Yeah, the little splash page is they describe their own game as Hell Pie as an obscene 3D platformer, so they know that it's like offensive and gross, but so far it's not like hasn't crossed any lines or done anything like seriously offensive, I don't think. But where the hell's Bright Memory? Okay, here it is. We're gonna play this next, but I'm gonna get up for a second, take a quick research break, and then I'll be back to play this for like maybe an hour, if that. But so yeah, I'm gonna put the away screen on. I'm hoping my stream doesn't freeze on the away screen when I come back. It has in the past or recently, so I'm gonna test that and make sure that doesn't happen. But hopefully it doesn't. And I might run. I've disabled the ads, but I might run that like an ad during the break just to see how that works. So you're not gonna. No one would miss anything. I'm trying to take that into account now, like when or if I do stream, not to run ads during the streams. But yeah, I will be right back. I'm back. Let's see if the stream didn't freeze. Okay, it didn't freeze. I've been having so many issues with my capture card. I don't know what's been going on. All right, let's do Bright Memory Infinite. I talked a little bit about this on stream earlier, or when I started the stream. So this is, I don't know if this game's Korean or Chinese. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But the original Bright Memory was on PC and Xbox, like Xbox Series, Xbox One, from my understanding, just Xbox platforms. And it was kind of like a an introduction beta, like not a beta, but like a proof of concept. But it was a full game technically. You could finish it in like an hour or so. But it was just like a couple levels, and it was like kind of, from my understanding, like I said, a proof of concept, and then they wanted to re-release or release the game as like the full, like the real release of Bright Memory, which was going to be Bright Memory Infinite, and now it's on pretty much every platform. So I know it's on PC, it might be on Game Pass, I'm not sure, or it's on Xbox to buy, but it's on PS5 finally. But the original Bright Memory version or game is not on PlayStation, I don't think. So we just have this like fully realized version of the game, and it's a weird kind of first person shooter with melee combat, like very kind of arcadey but super cinematic and stylish and over the top. That's all I really would, how I would explain it. Like the story's ridiculous and it doesn't matter. So let's just, I'm actually really looking forward to this because I love the original Bright Memory. Uh, so I'm curious how many changes they made, or like how bigger in scope this game feels. Yeah, FYQD Studio? I think it's like mainly one person. Or the team grew. It was originally like made by one person, I think, and that's what was impressive about it, because it visually it looks like a AAA, like, big studio game. It's very breakdown feeling. Just chilling on a balcony on your title screen, which is pretty cool. Character models look nice. Can I turn this on? I can play in 120 FPS. I do have, my TV is 120 frames compatible, but I'll keep, let's put ray tracing on. I want to see like how nice this game looks. Alright, let's just fucking start this nonsense. Alright, easy, violent, revenge, and hell? Let's try it on revenge. Let's just go into it. I bet the story's gonna be bonkers, and because it was ridiculous in the original version.
Next up, all throughout the country, people are celebrating the new year with fireworks displays. As a huge red explosion signals the beginning of the festivities, a total of 100,000 spectators have made their way through the light rain to the venue where they're awaiting a dazzling show over the sea. The entire port is serving as the venue of the lit-up festival, complementing the beauty of the fireworks themselves.
Yeah, I like that. Quasi.
Hello? Director Chen. What's the matter?
Shelia, sorry to disturb you while you're off. It's an urgent mission from HQ. Each team member has been assigned a survey mission. Begin your investigation as soon as you receive your assigned location.
Okay. What's the current situation?
Just as the news says, our satellites have observed some abnormal weather. It's possible that it could escalate into an unimaginable catastrophe.
Understood. I'll contact the closest airfield and head out immediately.
Shelia, we've confirmed the deployment of several military units to the scene. Be extremely careful.
Understood. I'll contact you again later.
So the dialogue's super campy and kind of like, Jesus Christ.
Breaking news. An abnormal weather event has been observed in the sky approximately 20 kilometers outside of the city. Due to these conditions, the fireworks show has been canceled. Please refrain from leaving your home or going outside.
Whoa.
Shelia,
These title
according to info
cards.
from the front lines, General Lin's unit has arrived at the scene.
General Lin?
The top dog at SAI. They say that tech-wise, even we here at SRO can't hold a candle to his guys. So if they showed up, that means there must be more to the situation than it seems. I've locked in the flight coordinates. We'll be arriving at the designated airspace in 10 seconds. Follow your instructions and activate the warp drive. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Cool, I get to do it? Why isn't it working?
Activate it.
We've arrived in the target airspace. The sky is full of thick clouds, and we've got strong winds and lightning.
Everything is fine for the moment. No issues. Begin preparations for descent.
Whoa. Whoa, so...
Shelia, what's wrong?
The windshield has been destroyed. I'm going to eject.
Yeah, looks incredible. Well, see, the last game looked incredible, too.
I can see a massive black hole up ahead.
A black hole. Understood. I'll inform the other team members. For now, find a safe place to descend.
That looks awesome.
Roger.
Yeah, this is so not... This is just like a shitty action movie plot.
Shelia, General Lin's vanguard.
This is Metal Gear
spotted on the
Solid.
drop site. I'm sending Wake your way for backup. Go rendezvous with him. As for that black hole, we don't have enough info. We're counting on your intel. According to satellite intel, General Lin's unit has already landed. Watch out.
Whoa! Like right in the action. Ooh, okay.
Shelia, this is
That
Wake.
felt good.
I'm headed to your coordinates now. What's the situation?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, I'll contact you again later.
Yeah, this looks like... Whoa. It looks incredible.
Shelia, any anomalies with a black hole?
Swallowed up a whole mountain. But apart from the rain, there's nothing unusual over here.
The theory of relativity states the greater the mass of an object, the more it slows down the slower time. That means the time in that area must have been fixed several hours ago.
I wonder if your health regenerates. Oh, it does. Okay, so it's like classic or modern FPS kind of stuff. Use your light blade to break wooden. Cool. You have like a sword combo? Yeah, so the original... So, well, I heard this game's really short. And just like the original version. So if you look up... I think it's on PC as well if you're curious, Quasi. The original Bright Memory release, you could literally finish it like in an hour. And it looked like not as good as this, but it still was like pretty visually impressive. It's a couple years old. And it played similar to this. So it's like a first-person shooter with some like melee combat. It has like a ridiculous kind of sci-fi story, I guess you could say. But I think this game is also really short. It's a couple hours, like 2 hours maybe. And you can replay them. Like the original version, you could replay it a few times to unlock some stuff. But it was very arcadey, and I think this game's still like that. just a little bit more fleshed out. Whoa, oh my god, so gory. What's up with these like gory games I've been playing lately? So R1's guard. What does L1 do? Yeah, honestly, I love how short it is. You know, I think you know me well enough that I like shorter games lately.
Roger.
Dude, melee counters? Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Yeah, and then launch him into the air? What? It's like some Devil May Cry shit. Oh, so you have to counter them. Hold on, I want to get this right. Dude, these execution attacks, are you kidding me? What? Oh my god, you get dodges too? This is like... Wait, I wasn't doing... Oh, you gotta hold it to launch. Yeah, this is fucking cool as
Magnetic
shit.
field is unstable. I can't get a lock on your signal. Wake should be arriving in the vicinity. You're gonna have to rely on him.
Understood. I'm currently heading toward the black hole. General Lin has a huge team with him, so it may take some time since there's the possibility of an encounter.
Okay. Report immediately if anything happens.
I love this. This feels so like... You can't interact with the environment too. This plays infinitely better than the original version too. Like I can already tell. Damn it. Okay, this difficulty's kind of a little rough. Yeah, you gotta play this game fast too. Holy shit. Or you gotta play it very aggressively. It plays like a character action game. It is straight up like first person Devil May Cry kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, wall running. Oh my god. This is so like I love this. Alright, I guess that's everything. Escape through the window! Is that plane gonna get sucked into the black hole?
Director Chen, an airliner engulfed in flames just passed overhead.
According to the satellite data, that area is experiencing strong electromagnetic interference. Be careful.
The village is flooded,
Fuck.
and there are high voltage lines still in the water. How do I get to the opposite shore?
Well, your power unit contains a particle wire ejection system. Give me a minute while I remotely unlock it.
Oh. Apple. Cool. Oh wow.
Shelia, there are several enemy ships closing in.
What should I do?
The ship's
Oh
armored.
shit.
You should be able to sink them.
Alright.
Shelia, there are several enemy ships closing in.
What should I do?
The ship's armor is weak. You should be able to sink them.
Oh, I keep fucking up the controls. Damn it. This game just makes me want this other, I think it's a Korean character action game that hasn't been released yet. That they teased like almost 2 years ago at this point. Project, I've tweeted about it. I don't remember, I can't remember the name though. Project something.
Shelia, there are several enemy ships moving.
What should I do?
The ship's armor is weak. You should be able to sink them. Two more disappeared. Cross over to the opposite shore as soon as you take them out.
I'll handle it.
Yeah, Project Eve. Yep. That's like one of my most wanted games that it just doesn't like, it's just not happening. I don't know, there's like no word on it either. Oh, you can blow these up? Cool.
Once you've landed,
I love all
you
this
should be
like
able to
first
reach our
person to
overhead
third
fan
person so you can see your character. Not every shooter does that. I always appreciate that when that's the case. New gun? Cool. You still pick up ammo. It's like a mix of modern and classic first-person shooter. So you still have ammo pickups you have to manually pick up, but your health regenerates like it's Halo or Gears, whatever. I love all this, like, you see the hands on the screen, or she comes out of frame or out of the first-person camera and walks around.
Now is your chance.
Roger, I'll take care of this now.
It's very breakdown on Xbox, if you're familiar with that.
Shelia, come on. What happened?
Whoa. "4K wallpaper." Yeah, it's last September, so it's almost been like half a year and there's been no updates on it. It wasn't in any of the shows, like the E3 shows this year either. Like the summer game shows. Like I hope it didn't get canceled. It looked really far ahead, so I'm hoping it's one of those like surprise releases maybe early next year, but it looked awesome.
Director Chen! Director Chen!
Yeah, this is really glitchy. Oh, he's walking on the sky. That's really messed up. Good shotgun. Yeah, perfect guarding feels good. I like it. That's probably the end of the level.
Spawn.
Director Chen, this is Shelia.
What happened?
I ended up in this strange space and was attacked by some kind of ancient soldiers.
Are you okay?
Yes. What happened to the hostiles?
They headed off toward the source of the signal flare. That's a strange phenomenon. I'll let the others know.
Ooh, reliquaries. Reliquaries. These are like little upgrade stations. Wait, did I miss where I was supposed to upgrade my character? I don't understand. Cool platforming too. Or fun platforming. It's like pretty simple, but it's cool that there's like some degree of like actual like platforming through these environments. What's over here? Oh no! It looked like something was over there. It's so cinematic. It's so like over the top. I'm surprised there hasn't. Whoa. Game's just throwing lots of stuff at you.
Satellite data confirms that the black hole is generating electromagnetic pulse waves. You may have been teleported by a strong pulse wave.
How's Wake doing?
Wake's moving in at General Lynn's base. Rendezvous with him in the temple just outside your area.
Oh, the bamboo trees. I don't think they're falling over. You should be able to cut through them. Are you kidding me? I mean, I understand why they probably didn't bother. Whoa, this enemy is wigging out! Oh my god, that's totally glitchy looking. He got stuck in the environment. There we go. Hold on. You just indefinitely stay in the air? Weird. Yeah, me too. I mean, this is pretty ambitious for an indie game, so I would let it slide here. Yeah, it's going to third person.
Let me know if you spot a girl with a ponytail.
Do an execution?
All clear here. Over.
Jeez. Oh, maybe I was collecting that earlier. I thought there was like a shop that I accessed to upgrade my character. There's another one. This is a long level. This is like, I don't know if this game just keeps going, or is it stage, like, is there an end to this level? These bow staff enemies are so glitchy feeling.
Shelly, a strong electromagnetic pulse wave is expected to hit in several minutes. Be ready for it.
Keep it together. Just for one.
That's the end of the level, or this is a boss.
Shelia, how's the situation? Everything okay?
This
No
just keeps
problem,
going.
Where's the next target?
There's a road just outside the temple, in the back. Head that way.
This is the boss.
Who are you?
There we go. An actual
Me and I'll
boss.
tell you.
You sound confident.
Don't bother guarding. There's no escape. Just can't hit me, eh? Did you really think you could win?
Damn, this boss is a lot of help. They really want you to, Holy shit, okay. So you gotta counter them properly. Can I not upgrade? Oh, okay, so I can upgrade from the menu. Alright, never mind. Trackers. I see. I mean, I don't know what to upgrade. There's a lot here. I feel like the gun upgrades are more important. Or no, sorry, the gun upgrades aren't that important right now. It seems like your exo arm, unit arm, and the light blade are more. I don't know.
Beat me and I'll tell you.
You sound confident.
Ah! Don't bother guarding. Come on! Come at me! Don't expect that.
Dude, he's on the walls.
Bullets in the light. Just can't hit me, eh?
guess I'm playing this right. I don't know. There's a lot of help for a boss.
Expect that gun to help you here.
Alright, I get it now.
Did you really think you could win like that? Behind you!
Damn it. I don't know what was happening there. Yeah. Oh my god, is it a Dark Souls boss? It's not quite Dark Souls-y. It's more,
Me and I'll tell you.
You sound confident.
There's no escape. Come on! Come on!
oh, come on.
Escape.
Yeah, this is hard. Don't forget I'm on revenge difficulty.
Beat me and I'll tell you.
You sound confident.
Bullets are like meaningless.
I guess because there's a ceiling above me, he's having a hard time juggling in the air.
Don't expect that gun to help you here. Did you really think you could win like that?
Why can't I? Do you really can't? Do you have to be out in the open to juggle? Seriously? I guess so.
Don't expect that gun to help you here. Don't bother guarding. Come on!
Oh, come on.
Did you really think you could win like that?
You do have a pretty good, like, grace period for that charging rising slash. They give you a lot of,
Don't expect that jump.
He's dead already! Jesus Christ.
Time's up, that's all! Meet me at Drancon Pavilion in 1 hour.
Shelia, there's a hurricane closing in. Evacuate the area.
Do I have a secure route?
You should be able to see a mountain from behind the temple. Head there.
I'm bummed you can't hit the, you can't shoot this bell and it's not, like, reacting. Okay. Well, it's gonna be like a hardcore cinematic sequence. You can already tell.
The hurricane! Run! Don't look back!
Oh my god, I gotta seriously get out of here like this?
Jump over the cliff.
This is awesome. Whoa! Till a hurricane arrives. It's just a weird way to word it.
Can you see the mountain? We're almost there. Don't give up now.
Whoa!
Shelia, what's the situation?
I'm okay. There are several enemy ships heading toward the black hole.
We'll rethink the plan. Take a rest for now.
Was that a level? I'm confused, like, does the game just keep going? There was this... Oh, here's a new chapter. Alright, we'll stop here. Surrounded. This is so visually impressive, though.
Shelia, according to the sensors, the black hole is generating a stream of unstable pulse waves. You won't be able to use your exo unit or weapons.
What do I do?
Look around for something to protect yourself with.
Alright, let's go back to scene selection. Wait, delete your current progress and return to the main menu. I guess? Does that mean I'm deleting my playthrough? Let's see what happens. There's some weird wording translation things happening with this game, I think. Okay, so there's a chapter select. That's cool. Can you just customize your guns however? Like... Do rainbow. What are these costumes? I'm gonna keep the default costume on. Jesus Christ. Of course they're like these like super sexy outfits. Let's just keep default. I'm gonna change everything to rainbow though. Yeah. I'm just gonna make every gun really gay. I'm surprised you don't have to unlock like a lot of this. You just like... You can just change them whenever. Exactly, Quasi. Let's see. Now let's look at the trophies. Experience high-speed combo action and top-level graphics. That's such a funny way to word it. All right, let's just see. There's a lot more trophies than there were achievements in the original version. I'm just curious how long this game is. So this looks like bosses. Clear the game. Clear the game on every difficulty or revenge hell difficulty. Flame type weapons. So there's mission specific trophies. Counter 50 times. Kill enemies with skills, with weapons. Black blade. Okay, this is a pretty chill trophy list. It's just like finish the game, finish it on higher difficulties. There's probably a new game plus like the original version. I would gather, and then like use all of your abilities and weapons a bunch of times, and then you get the platinum. So that's pretty. I'm saying that now. It seems pretty chill. Cool. I like this. Um, like I said, it's very much like the original version was like this too, and this sequel or update seems to be further leaning towards what the original vision seemed to be, where it's like straight up a character action game with first-person shooter elements, and it's very like arcadey, kind of pick up and play, move forward very quickly. I mean, you have counterattacks and dodges and things you wouldn't normally find in most first-person shooters, except for maybe I think about Vanquish or Titanfall to a degree, I guess. Oh yeah, she is playing a game on her phone. Oh, she's playing the original game on the phone. That's cool. That's footage on her cell phone, a mobile version of the first Bright Memory. That's neat. I said the original game reminded me of like almost like an arcade shooter, like House of the Dead. It wasn't on rails, but it felt like on rails because the levels are like super linear. But this feels like it's more of the same. It's just a lot more high produced, like bigger production values than the original version. And the combat seems a little bit more streamlined, it was actually more chaotic in the original Bright Memory from what I could see. I mean, this still has like air juggles, but it feels more like tightly, not toned down, but just refined, I guess, is the better word. But yeah, I love these because this game reminds me of, this and Hellpie remind me of like PS2 era games. Just something you would find like GameCube, Xbox, PS2, like kind of like AA games pretending to be AAA is what this reminds me of. It's like they want to be like mainstream, big production value, expensive looking, like the visuals are pretty wild. But it still feels like an old game, like the way it plays, which I appreciate. And it's super short. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very long. Which for me is for the better. So, yeah, both these games are cool. Two opposite ends of the spectrum, but they both feel kind of, like I said, like older games with like a modern coat of paint, which is what I'm always kind of looking for. So, they're both pretty pricey, like $25 for Bright Memory Infinite. Hellpie was like 30, I think. So these are like premium indie games. They're not like a, $5 to $10 price point. But yeah, I like both of them a lot. I don't think I'll finish them. I don't know how much more. I kind of wouldn't do full playthroughs of this. I could probably do a full playthrough of Bright Memory, but I only have a few more weeks to stream before I'm going away for a little bit. So how far in Elden Ring? I'm at the very end of Elden Ring. Quite literally, I'll just do a sneak peek. I'll show you where I'm at. I'm not gonna play it right now because I'm really frustrated with it. I'm right before the final boss, and I have so many complicated feelings about Elden Ring. I'm generally a Souls fan. I grew up with From Software, so I actually prefer like From Software before they got big. And I don't want to be like one of those kind of like smug, like elitist asshole fans or whatever. But like, I I grew up with Kingsfield, so Elden Ring or the Souls games like launched From Software into like a whole. Um, I won't show you that. I don't even know where my file is. You know what? I won't. You know, I won't load it then. Let me back out. I don't want to spoil locations if you're only 50 hours in. But yeah, I like Elden Ring. I think it's I don't know if it's honestly this year has been really good so far. My favorite thing to do is to make top 10 lists. Yeah, don't worry about it, Quasi. You're fine. I backed out. But I'm at the very end of Elden Ring, so I'm right before the final boss, so I won't load it up. But long story short, like I'm an old school From Software fan. Like I grew up with Kingsfield, like their PS1 output, and my favorite era of From Software. Maybe I'm just stuck in the PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox era, but I love From Software from that era of time where they did so many different types of games. They were still making Kingsfield games, still making Armored Core games. Like their flagship series were still being developed, but they had so many weird side games like, you know, there was Evergrace, there was Eternal Ring, there was Otogi, Lost Kingdoms, um, Adventures of Cookie and Cream, which is like the wildest game. And they made Echo Knight games still. Echo Knight was like a first person series as well. It was more like puzzly. And now all they do is produce Souls games. So that's like my mini rant on From Software. Uh, and Elden Ring's just such a massive, long game. Yeah, look up their history. I mean, From Software's been around since the 90s, as far as I know. So they've been making games for decades. And I just prefer their older catalog. But unfortunately, it seems like, and it's fair. It's not like anyone's fault. The media seems to have forgotten, or they're um they're either unaware of their legacy or they're choosing to ignore their legacy, and that's what I feel like most game publishers and websites and fans online are just choosing to ignore that they had games before Demons and Dark Souls. So, but I don't know. Like I don't know people's histories with games or companies, obviously. But it just seems like whenever people talk about From Software, like I've seen like some kind of YouTube influencers say like the worst From Software game is Dark Souls 2, and I'm like, do you know what games they kind of used to make? Like Dark Souls 2 is probably like technically a better game than a lot of their PS1 output or a lot of their like PS1, PS2 games. So there's either just like no one looked back or looked at their history, or everyone's just just being ignorant to it, and they're just pretending that their games didn't exist. So I, whatever. I'm not trying to be a gatekeeper or anything, but it really bothers me that like everyone just forgets that From Software made like decades of games before Souls, and no one talks about them except for like a few. It seems like people that care more about like the legacy of you know of developers. But yeah, that's my. I actually wanted to do an Elden Ring stream with Horizon Forbidden West and talk about open world games and like open world design and how I feel about it, but I haven't been able to do it or make time for it, or I haven't felt like doing it to be honest. But I was gonna talk about what I just said like in my Elden Ring stream, but I'll save that for. I'm hoping I can just finish this by the end of the year. That's where I'm at with it. I have a love-hate relationship with From Software today, and with Elden Ring and Souls games, so I'll just say that. But yeah, Bright Memory and Hell Pie, they're really cool. Um, check them out if you like 3D platformers in any to any degree. I would totally say this is probably one of the better ones I've played lately. That's like original and new. And Bright Memory is just like over the top, like classic sci-fi nonsense. Uh, cool first person shooter kind of hybrid action game. But yeah, I'm starving. I gotta go eat or make lunch or figure out what to eat. So thanks for hanging out, Quasi. Anyone else who stopped in? I may or may not be streaming this weekend. At most, my last stream will probably be sometime next week for maybe a month or so. I just have a lot going on. So I've been trying to stream as much as I can lately, but I'll be around and back whenever I can, unexpectedly. um, yeah. So that's everything from me today. Thanks, Quasi. Yeah. Hopefully this was like a pretty chill stream, even though both of the games were. Great Memory was pretty hectic and crazy. So it wasn't like totally cozy, but I'm still trying to. I'm still have my blanket around me, so it's pretty cozy. And the lights are off. So all right, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Have a good rest of your days, and I'll see you all again soon. All right, bye.